and they're out.
Welcome to Spaghetti on the Wall. I'm your host, Armando Leduc. We're here to explore the realms of business, marketing, and life. Ready to make ideas stick and grow them into something great? Let's dive in.
Welcome to the Managing Partners Podcast, where law firm leaders learn to think bigger. I'm Kevin Daisy. Let's jump in.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending on when you're consuming this podcast. We are back here at NTL with the Managing Partners and the Spaghetti on the Wall podcast. Angelo Rubiano, who lives here in Miami, another unemployable entrepreneur lawyer, which I love. Started his firm a year ago and was like, when did you pass the bar?
So I passed the bar in 2024.
And then
I worked at a firm for about 6 months, and I felt like I was ready to take that next step. So I started my own firm, and I haven't looked back since.
That's so crazy, right? Like these days, it's 2026, right? Or 2025 when you started. And like, I think a lot more people are moving into entrepreneurship. Why did you feel like you wanted to go into entrepreneurship and not work for another law firm?
So straight out of law school, I knew that my goal at the end of the day was going to be to start my own. But usually how it works is you need to acquire some sort of experience working at a firm, seeing how the day-to-day operations work and everything. Because not only do you need to know the law, but you need to know the business aspect of it, which is something that many attorneys maybe lack because they only look at that law side. But at the end of the day, it is not only for your clients, but for the firm as well. So it can keep growing and you can try to help clients all across the nation. So
that's amazing. And so you're just servicing South Florida, or?
No, so I'm barred in Florida, Texas. Next is going to be Georgia, Colorado. So I'm expanding into other states as well.
Did you come from an entrepreneurial background?
Yeah, my dad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that makes sense.
It sort of runs in the blood.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, all right, and it's funny, like I didn't necessarily come from an entrepreneurial background. My uncle did. So I guess maybe that's where I came, okay. Had that feeling. What did that do?
So he was a doctor in Colombia.
Okay.
But he also imported products like stereos and stuff like that from China. And he was making more money doing that than being a doctor in Colombia. So he was like, you know what? I'm just going to keep going with my business. And then he ended up moving to the U.S. and he just focused on that.
Nice.
Yeah.
So if 2026 had one word for you, what's that one word?
I would say just maybe ambition. I just want to keep being ambitious, even though if the firm keeps doing well and everything, I don't want to settle. I want to, keep expanding, keep trying to help as many people as possible.
So you're running the firm. You're also the attorney in the firm.
Correct. Yes, sir.
So you're also having to go to court and file and all of that.
Correct.
What you're here at NTL. What are the things that you hope to get out of this conference, particularly?
So I feel like day 2 was yesterday. I feel like I got so much value from it because I was able to hear and get much advice from some of the best trial attorneys in the nation. So I was very impressed by that. It's obviously a big help because, especially for younger attorneys, because you don't have that much in-court experience. So to hear from people who've spent countless hours in court fighting against massive corporations, it's really cool to see. And obviously I was taking as many notes as possible, trying to make sure that I got all the tools. But yeah, I think it's been a success so far.
Yeah. Remind me to introduce you to James Amaro from Houston. The guy's a badass.
Awesome.
Like he's settled like 8-figure cases several times. So yeah.
Do you know which firm he works?
The Amaro Law Firm.
Okay.
Yeah. So Houston trial attorney. Yeah, he's really
awesome.
good. But when you talk about you being young, right? And you go to the courtroom, how are you feeling when you go in and you are going up against these, larger insurance companies? How does that feel for you?
So even though I'm young, I feel like I've had to mature since a very young age because I was a professional soccer player in Italy. So I started playing pro at 15 with adults who were 25 and up, so 30 years old and all that stuff. So being a 15-year-old, I had to really mature to sort of fill in those shoes and fit in with, the people that I was playing with. So even now, even though many attorneys are a lot older than I am, I feel like I'm mature enough and I have that composure where it doesn't phase me at all. So I'm able to give it my all
That's awesome.
and try my best. So,
You played for Italy?
a team in Italy. It's called
What
Lazio.
Okay.
It's in Rome. Yeah. So I
That's
played
awesome.
there, and then I played all around Italy and Milan. I played a little bit in Switzerland as well. So I've been around.
What happened with that journey?
So I tore my ACL, unfortunately, and then I decided that I wanted something that was a little bit more concrete, stable, because at the end of the day with soccer, an injury can end your career. The coach doesn't like you or something like that. It could be any one of these factors.
Yeah.
You sign a contract that doesn't, that in the end didn't work out for you. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to focus on bettering myself and try to pursue a career that I know that if I give it my all, it only depends on me at the end of the day. So
That's
why I
awesome,
went into
man.
law. Right.
That's cool. We'll have to have a conversation about that. Are you going to the Colombia-Portugal game?
I'm
for the
going to
World
try
Cup?
my best.
Yeah.
I went to the Colombia versus Argentina. That was insanity.
I bet.
Insanity. So
Yeah,
I'll see if I can make it out to that one too.
that's funny. So you're Hispanic European. I'm also Hispanic European. My
Okay,
dad's Puerto
nice.
Rican. My mother's Portuguese.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
That's a cool mix.
Yeah. So I was
It's
like,
a
all
unique
right,
mix.
not a lot of people, but probably here in Miami, there's a lot of
That one
mix.
I hadn't heard of. So that's a
Yeah.
unique one.
Fun one, right? I was thinking about Miami. It's because I grew up in Germany. My dad was in the military, so that's
Wow.
where they met. And so, Germany's like well put together. Everything's just like run systematically.
Absolutely.
It's great. But then Puerto Rico, things are just lax,
Every
right?
man for themselves.
Yeah, it's just tropical environment. Let's drink. Let's have a good time. But like Miami, I feel like blends those two worlds together really well, right? It's like it's really put together, but then it's got this tropical vibe where it's like laid back, relaxed.
I agree. I feel like Miami at the end of the day is just a melting pot of just all of these cultures and everything, and it makes it super unique.
Yeah, man.
Cool.
Well, hey, if I come to the game, which I think I'm going to come to, the Colombia-Portugal game, then
I'll see you there.
And we'll painted face the whole night. So it's going to be
awesome. Fun. Maybe I won't recognize you, but
I'll make myself known. Awesome. Tell them where they can find you.
So on Instagram, my @ is Attorney Angelo. If you or someone you know has been involved in a car accident or need an attorney just for anything in general, you can text me to my personal cell. It's 786-554-1109.
You giving out your cell phone?
That's the relationship that I want to have with my clients.
Hey man,
you know what I mean?
that goes back into unemployable, because like
Absolutely.
As an entrepreneur, it's like 24/7, 7 days a week.
That's how it is.
Just
but I wouldn't want it any other way.
Hey, Angelo, thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you.
Guys, this was Spaghetti on the Wall and the Managing Partners podcast right here at NTL. Keep watching, keep listening. Brought to you by LeDuc Entertainment for all of your production needs. We got you. Keep listening, keep watching. We'll see you all next time.